Hey everyone, it's Layna here. Today we'll move into about 30 minutes-ish workout, conditioning, all kinds of things. It'll be full body, balance, flexibility, strength, all the good stuff mixed into one. So let's start right away in down dog, palms at the front, feet at the back. Get a nice distance so that you can extend your spine as long as it can get. And start to pedal out your legs or just any kind of movement that feels really intuitive and organic to you. And it's usually very apparent right away in down dog which muscles need attention. So like calves or hamstrings, just start working into it. And as you're doing that, through your nose, take a couple slow, very big, deep breaths to set the tone. And usually within these first couple deep breaths, even more information becomes apparent in your body. So keep letting that sensational awareness heighten, right? Pay attention to what your body needs and modify and change and adapt throughout the practice together. Now find a moment of stillness in down dog. Drive your heels down, hips back, and steady your eyes as well. Pick one spot. Now noticing the rhythm of your breath, let's start to move on it. Shift forward to high plank, which is pretty much like a top of a push-up. Pause when you get there. Hold your breath in. And as you exhale, go back to down dog, right where you were. Drive your heels down, hips back. Push the ground away with your hands. Let's do that again to the breath. Inhale, shift forward. Use your abdominals like brakes. So your hips stop at the height of your shoulders. As soon as you start exhaling, lift your butt right back up. We'll do it one more time. Shift forward on the inhale. Squeeze your belly. Push the ground away with your hands. Exhale back to down dog. Adding on a piece. Shift forward. For this first one, lower your knees down. Shift forward a little more. Lower down only halfway till your elbows just barely touch your rib cage. Push right back up to straight arms. Lift your knees. Down dog. So we'll do that 2 more times, and you totally can do it with your knees again. Shift forward. But if you want to bump it up a notch, shift forward a little more. Keep your knees up. Lower down that same halfway mark. Touch elbows to ribs. Pause. Squeeze your belly. Push right back up. Down dog. Fun, right? One more. Shift forward. Lower only halfway. Keep your shoulders pretty much the same height as your elbows. No lower. Up. Down dog. Whoop, whoop. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Spread your feet out as wide as your mat. Bend your knees a lot, especially for this first one, and just sway your upper body side to side. A little more awareness here in the hamstrings, right? So if your hamstrings are kind of tight right now, just bend your knees even more. And once you've got a good sway going on, slow it down and find the center of it. Let your head fully hang. Clasp opposite elbows. Ragdoll. Recommit to your breath. Slow and deep. And keep your feet right where they are. Release your hands down, bend your knees, and roll up to stand. At the top, straighten your legs, reach your arms up. Slide your right arm down your right side. Lean over to the right. Push your hips to the other side, and try not to push on your knee. Good. Come right back up and go the other way. Use your abdominals, come right back up. Cactus your elbows. Take a very small upper back bend. Spread your chest, open your throat a little bit. Press down to reach right back up the middle. Fold forward, hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward. High plank. You can scoot your feet a little closer if they're really wide. Shift forward. And this time lower all the way down to the ground. So past that point we've been pausing at, and then all the way. Slide your hands a bit wider than your shoulders. Come onto the tips of your fingers. Point your elbows back. Press your feet down. Peel your chest up. Pull forward like you're trying to drag yourself to the front of your mat. Lower back down. Tap your nose. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. One more, highest one. And it's not so much of a push down with your fingers. It's more of like a drag, pull. Lower back down. Bring your hands in. Child's pose. Push your hips back to your heels. Forehead to the floor. tabletop. Rise up to your hands and knees. Now 3 rounds of a thread the needle shoulder stretch. Reach your right arm all the way up, twist open. As you exhale, sweep your arm under and try to tap your outer shoulder to the floor right around the midline of the mat. Inhale, right back up. Same, sweep it under. Move with control, 1 more round, all the way up and under. Good, this time go all the way back up. Switch sides. Right hand down, left arm up, 3 full rounds. All the way up and all the way under. Move to the rhythm of your breath and keep trying to twist, right? Twist one way, then twist the under way as deep as you can. 1 more round. So good for opening up shoulders, upper back, and plant your palm back down. Down dog, tuck toes, lift knees. And just like we did before, walk your hands back to meet your feet. This time though, keep your knees bent just like before. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Stretch your interlace up until your chest lifts to the height of your hips. So it's like a flat back position. And as you exhale, try to keep your back really long and straight. Fold back down, hinge at your hips, and take your interlace overhead as far as it goes. Let your head fully hang. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift about halfway up, reach your knuckles back, shoulders away from your ears. Keep your neck really long, and control the fold. At the very bottom, drop your head fully. 1 more time. Keep your low abs scooped in to support the extension of your low back, and fold 1 last time. Release your hands down, roll up to stand. Circle your arms up. Side bend to the right. Use your side abdominals, sweep back up and switch left. Engage core, come up. Cactus elbow back bend, open your chest. Lengthen and fold right back down. Walk your hands forward, high plank. Shift forward and lower, and you remember you can always do this from your knees. Now this time when you're down, reach your arms forward out in front of you. Same thing with the fingertips though. It keeps your forearms more active and much more awareness and just not trying to do it all with your arms. We're trying to do some work with our back. So keep your feet down, fingertips out in front of you. Keep them there like they're glued and they can't move, but you're trying to pull them towards you. Lift your chest up, roll your biceps up, triceps down, and go down a little bit. 2 more like that. Roll up like you're trying to drag forward. Feel the middle of your back pull nice and warm, nice and deep. Stoking the fire. And we got 1 more round, so roll it up. And gently lower. Slide your hands back in, child's pose. Hips to heels. You can take your knees as wide or narrow as it feels good. Couple of deep, slow breaths. All right, down dog, stretch, fingertips out wide, knees up. Bring your feet just a tad closer. Now lift your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee. Roll your right hip on top of your left hip. Yeah. Then square it off. Bring your knee to your nose. Look between your hands and try to step your heel first in between. Come onto the tips of your fingers. Straighten your front leg-ish. Then rebend it. Do that a few times. Straighten and bend. And we're going to keep working with this, making it more deep, more dynamic as you go back and forth. And you'll feel the back leg, the hip flexor, quadricep, even the psoas, if you could feel that deep inside the muscles, getting warmer and more flexible. And when you feel like it does, try to tap your back knee down, more of like a little back bend in your chest. And then as you pull back, straighten the front leg as much as you can as you lift the back knee. We'll do it a couple of times. So it's just making the movement bigger, basically, as big as you can. Take your last 1 or 2, depending on your pace. Yeah. And then pause in what feels like the runner's lunge that we kind of started in. Take a look at your back foot. Lift your heel so it's exactly above your big toe, as opposed to reaching it back. Lift it up. Front knee directly over heel. Take a bit of a wider stance so you don't feel as wobbly. Now run your arms down by your side. Hover your chest just above your front thigh. Breathe slowly, deeply. And very vigorously juice up your back thigh. Squeeze it, lift it. Do the same thing with the front thigh, but with the front thigh, pull back a little bit and bend the knee at the same time. Lots of things. Keep your abs in. Now, if this is already enough, right? You're feeling the heat building, just holding this posture. If you feel like you're losing support in your back, keep pulling your abs in. For more, try one arm forward, bicep next to ear. And big shocker, for more, both arms. Stay steady in your body, steady in your breath, steady with your eyes. Now stay high on the ball of your back foot, reach all the way up, crescent lunge. Scoop your lower belly in. Bend your back knee actually just a little bit to do that. Scoop, like you're pulling your frontal hip bones up, and then try to keep that scoop and straighten the back leg. A little combination of both. Arms up high without hunching. Now keep your arms up. Stay nice and buoyant on your back foot. And then swing your left knee up into your chest. Balance on your right leg. Kick your left leg straight, as far forward as it'll go. Now back and forth, kind of like a tick-tock motion. Swing your left leg back, arms back. So you're like a capital letter T, airplane. Let's do it a couple times. Swing, inhale as you lift. Swing back, exhale as you go back. Couple more. And moving with grace and strength here. It takes so much strength and focus to make the movement balancy and graceful. So it's totally okay to wobble too, of course. And if you fall, you just do it again. Next time you're in airplane, stay there. Leg back, arms back, pause. Put a very soft bend into your right knee. Hug your upper outer right hip muscles in deeper to your body. And keep breathing. Notice if your left hip is starting to lift higher than your right hip, try to even them out. Now put a big bend in your right knee. Land where we came from, crescent lunge, ball of back foot, arms up. Seal your back heel down, warrior two. Lengthen your stance. Reach your arms out. Slide your shoulders down. Slow your breath down. Warrior two is one of those awesome poses that is a combination of strength and flexibility together. So notice where you're feeling any stretch, like the inner thigh of the back leg or wherever you might feel it, and also where the strength is for you, which leg is working harder, and try to even it out. And I will move this a little bit. So as you straighten your front leg, reach your arms overhead like a slow motion clap, hands together, and then return to warrior two. Let's do that again. Inhale, like you're trying to squeeze your legs together without moving where your feet are. Exhale, like you're trying to spread them out apart. Let's do that again. Squeeze like your feet are coming together. And then push like they're sliding apart. And you'll feel the hamstrings and inner thighs really get active. That's like everything. Pause in warrior two. Keep your front knee bent. Flip the front palm, reach it up, reverse warrior, straight up to the ceiling. Try to lengthen your right side from hip to armpit. Stay for one more deep breath. Drive both feet down harder. Yeah. Then cartwheel your hands to the top of your mat, right outside your right foot. Step right foot back, high plank, like the push-up. Shift forward and lower down. Now, interlace your hands right above your tailbone. Press your feet down for this first one. Lift your chest up, reach your knuckles back. Open your collarbones. As you exhale, go down. If that was enough, you can just keep your feet down. If you want to add a little more, lift your legs too. And come down. One more, any of those combinations. Stay at the top as long as you can breathe in. As soon as you exhale, start to come down. Plant your palms, child's pose, press back. Child's pose is just such an awesome counter pose to any kind of backward bending, and really nice to bring some blood flow into the sides of your body. So, down dog. Let's do the other side. Feet together a little bit closer, right? Left leg out. Bend left knee, roll hip open. But notice as you're opening the hip that your hands, keep them like 50-50. Try not to let it all go into the right side. Now level your hips back off to the floor, straighten the back leg. Bring your knee to your nose on the way through. Heel first if you can. Step through. And then straighten front leg and bend. This is the one where we're going for a little bit. We'll do a bunch of these so that you can keep going deeper and deeper into the back hip flexor and the front hamstring. And it also is nice to have a little bit of width in your stance. So, like we're not on a tightrope. So feel free to hop the back foot a little bit to the right or whatever way works. As you're getting warmer, tap the back knee down. Last few rounds. You can always move this one slower or quicker. Right? We all need slightly different paces. And then pause in a runner's lunge with your front knee bent. Come way up high on the ball of your back foot. And treat your legs like they're trying to come back together, like the feet are, but they're stuck where they are. Just a lot of inner thigh, inner groin action. Reach your arms down by your sides, palms face down. Spread out your collarbones, pull your belly in, and find a nice steady gaze with your eyes, neck in line with the rest of your spine. Keep your breath even and slow and full. And remember, you can always stay right here. Keep juicing up your back thigh. If you want more, try one arm forward. And even more, both arms forward. If you find that your chest is starting to collapse forward, that's too much. Right back off a step. Stay one more deep breath. Draw feet towards each other, belly in. And crescent, reach your arms up. Steady eyes. And if you feel wobbly, that's totally normal. Usually that means we just need a little bit more space between each foot. Scoop your lower belly in. You can bend the back knee to do the scoop. Get your low back really long and spacious. Try to keep it like that and straighten the back leg as much as it can. It doesn't even have to be straight, but keep working towards that. Keep arms overhead, steady gaze out in front of you. Stand up, pull your right knee to your chest. Try to kick your right leg forward more, towards straight, hip height. Take a very big breath in. As you exhale, swing your leg in, both arms back, airplane, till your body's parallel to the floor. Couple like that, moving on the breath. Leg forward, arms up, inhale. And exhale. And as you go, the tempo is up to you. If you fall, join the club, right? Come right back up. Let's go one more. Keep your standing foot super active. Push hard into the floor. Pause in airplane. Draw your abs in. Work hard to keep your hips level from the ground because the right hip will constantly try to hike higher. Don't let it. Woo. Nice and slowly bend the left leg. Land your foot at the back crescent. Open warrior two. Readjust as needed. It's usually going to be a little longer stance. Reach your arms out actively, kind of like you're pushing against something with your hands. Fire up your triceps. Slow down your breath. Use both feet the same. So if you're anything like me, it's trying to creep into your front leg, push it into your back leg too. And now the movement, straighten front leg, arms overhead, slow motion, little clap. You can even make a clap noise if you want. Return to warrior two. Inhale, straighten front leg. So both legs are straight, hands touch. Exhale, return to warrior two. Keep going. And each time that you're going back and forth, feel what you're doing with your feet, the relationship to the ground. The ground, it's our most important source of feedback. So notice how you're using it. Push so hard against your feet that it just feels lighter everywhere else. Good. Pause in warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach up, reverse. As high as you can lift. Stay just another moment or two. Keep pushing your front knee to the left towards the baby toe side of your foot so it's not torquing. All right, return to warrior two and swing your hands to the ground. Step back, high plank. Now this time, guys, come down to your elbows on your forearms, forearm plank. Pause here. Squeeze your lower belly in. Try to get your hips, see how they're really high? Get them to the height of your shoulders. Good. Now dip your outer right hip to the floor. Switch, outer left hip, side to side. You can move on your feet however it feels the best. If you want your feet together or apart, just try it out. Now, pause in the center. Walk your feet toward your elbows, dolphin. Push your butt way up and your elbows very hard down in opposite directions. And do double check here that you're pushing so hard with your elbows that your head is off the ground. No weight on your neck. If you're tighter in the shoulders, your elbows are probably trying to splay apart. Take a look at them. If they're wider than shoulders distance, scooch them back in. Your hands can be anywhere. Draw your abdominals in. Keep breathing. And we'll be taking a break in just a second. But before we do, 5 dolphin dives. Look forward at your thumbs. Touch your chin to your thumbs and push back to dolphin. Try not to let your elbows splay any wider though, right? Let's do 4 more. Breathe. Move slowly with control. Keep your butt reaching high. And 1 more for good luck. Child's pose. Lower your knees, hips to heels. Slow, deep breath. Okay, down dog we go. Lift your right leg. Just like before, bend, roll open. Feel the equal distribution on both palms. And swing right foot in between hands. Seal your back heel. Rise all the way up to warrior two right away. Now straighten your right leg. Reach forward and pause. Bring your right hand, fingers, right where the crease of your thigh and hip are. Right? Push into that crease until like you're trying to hide your fingers in there. Keep that. Reach your hand forward again. Remember all that work in your legs for warrior two? Feel like they're drawing together without actually moving them. Now reach your back arm up. Look up at it. Try to turn your chest towards the ceiling. And like someone's pulling you from your top hand, rise up. Turn your toes out, heels in, horse, like a sumo squat, hands to heart. And drive down into your heels so you could lift your toes at any point. Now straighten your legs, reach your arms up, look up. Hands to heart, rebend. 2 more like that, reach up and down. Last one. And down. Good, straighten your legs, turn your toes in a little, fold forward, hands towards the floor. Sway your upper body. Good. Into a ninja squat. Turn your left toes out a little bit. Bend your left knee and let the opposite toes come up. If this isn't awesome on your knee, though, just don't go as deep. And switch sides. A couple more. You can go side to side, really, for however long you want. Eventually, pause in the middle, fold forward. Crawl your hands all the way to the top of your mat. Step back to high plank. Now, stay in high plank. Bring your 2 feet together. Look at your left palm. Spread every finger. Push down through every knuckle. Then spin your heels to the left. Reach your right arm up, side plank. Now, you can modify this. Left knee down, left elbow down. Take care of whatever body you have, right? Now, top leg up, top arm overhead. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, tap your elbow and knee together. 2 more. Reach out long and pull it in. 1 more time. And this last one, hold elbow towards knee as close as you can get them. If they're touching, push them hard together. Reach back out. Yeah, other side. So feel the bottom hand first. You got to spread it and press it. We're not just hanging out in the wrist joint. Breathe. Energetically feel that your bottom hand and your feet are trying to slide to each other. Turn on your serratus and lats. Now top leg up, top arm overhead. Full breath in. 3 rounds. Tap elbow to knee. And out. 2 more. Last one, we hold it. Push elbow towards knee as close as you can get them. Push them together if they're touching. Out. Down dog. Whee. Right? Catch your breath. Left leg. Lift it, bend it, roll it. Step through. Warrior 2. Seal your back heel, reach up. Open your chest. And get a nice big bend in the front knee. Okay. Straighten your front leg. So both legs are straight. Reach as far as you can. Pause. We're not even putting this hand down. Bring it though. And literally, like you're doing your own self-assist. Push there. So your hips are going back. Your chest is going the other way. And reach your hand back out. Press down through every piece of your feet. Heels, balls of your feet, especially the big toe mounds. Push them down. And then as if you're trying to pull your feet together, squeeze. You know, we are always adding layers, so back arm up, gaze up. Just love that burn in the sides of your waistline. Keep breathing. All right, pull up, toes out, heels in, bend. Okay, so this time shoulder dips, little twist and rinse. Bring your hands inside your thighs, inner thighs, push them a little wider. Take opposite shoulder towards inner knee. Lift and shift to the other side. Just like all things, you can go to your own pace, right, side to side. This one's so good, so let's just do it 1 more time each, especially after that long triangle hold. When you feel like, yep, we're good, turn your toes in a little, fold forward. And this time, interlace your hands at your low back. Get a nice big stretch across your chest. Take your arms overhead. Now, if you're a hyperextender in your elbows, put a little bend. Okay, release your hands down. And just like before, a little ninja squat. Turn your left toes out and bend your left knee. And we're going to build upon this the last time, or not, right? You can do what we did before, which is just to go back and forth using your hands as support. But if you do want more, it's going to be more. So as you're going, don't use your hands. You can even do a little shadow yoga, kind of martial arts type feeling. Yeah, we do call it a ninja squat, so that makes sense, right? As you're going side to side, stay in control, right? We're not hanging out in the behind the knee joint. If you have any pain there, don't do this. Use support. You got 1 more each way. Okay, when you feel like you're good, fold right down the center. Walk your hands forward. Now, keep your left foot at the top. Just walk it all the way to the left and lower your back knee down. Reach back with your left hand, grab your back foot, pull your heel to your butt. Release. Crawl your front foot back to the middle of the mat again. Straighten out the front leg. Flex your left toes. Now, if hamstring flexibility is not your forte, bring yourself up a little. If you're like, no, this is it. I got it. It's my jam. Then go forward as deep as you can go. Either way, the only thing that's really non-negotiable here is that you're still breathing. Nice and big. Okay, come on out of there. Step back, down dog. Let's give your legs a little pedal. We'll take that stretch on the other side. Step your right foot forward, back knee down. And I always slide my knee farther back because usually the step through doesn't get you as far as you want to go, so slide. Reach back, opposite hand, opposite foot, right hand, left foot, or whatever your other side is. And keep rolling it open. And there's different schools of thought on what the front leg should be doing right now. And really, the only thing that everybody agrees on is that wherever you're turning your front toes, the knees got to go the same way. As you stay for a couple more breaths, add a very small detail, but it makes a huge difference. Draw your lower abs, the very deepest, lowest ones, into your body more. And it's like, woo, a little extra sensation in the hip flexor and quad of your back leg. Okay, and then without slingshotting your foot, very gently, let it go. Walk your front foot to the middle line. Straighten front leg. Slide the heel forward if you're a little more bendy. Grab your blocks if you need support. Fold all the way down if you don't. Stay another moment or two, move deeper into the sensations that you're feeling, right? Keep making it work. And then to come out of this side, step your two knees together, tabletop position. Arching around a couple of times back and forth through your spine. Cat-cow. As you're moving along this spectrum, linger anywhere that your body wants you to. Or you can add other stuff too, like side bends or big hip circles or your own adventure. And find neutral right in the middle of whatever you're up to. Scooch onto your tush, extend your legs out into a straddle. And the fun thing about a straddle is once you get all the way as wide as you can get, actually take it in a little bit. And that just ensures that the ligaments and tendons here on the inside of the knee don't get overstrained. Okay, go forward as much as you like. Because here we're working to stretch the muscle tissue, right? And the fascia, which is all the fibrous tissue that kind of knits your body together. We're not trying to stretch tendons, which attach your muscle to your bone. No. So if you do feel it around a joint space, try to feel it more in the entire muscle. And you just adjust until you feel that. Nice and easy. Same legs. Unless you feel like you're bothered in your knees, which you'll bend the right knee in like this, or not. You can keep them out wide. Lean to the straight leg, elbow inside, other arm up and over. So this is intention into the side body. So breathe into your side body as well. Get into the deeper layers of abdominals and low back stuff like QL, the quadratus lumborum. They attach your hips to your low ribs. So breathe into that space. And rise and switch. And if your legs are still open wide, easy switch. Otherwise, change up the legs. Be very mindful where you're breathing, right? If it's just shallow chest breathing right now, that's, it's fine, but it's not gonna go into the deeper layers of muscle. So breathe where you feel the intensity, the lower back side of your spine, side body. Then come on up. Extend both your legs out in front of you. Take your feet about hips distance. Reach your arms up. Hinge forward. Now, if this hinge looks more like this, sit on a block, scoot your butt back a little, and bend your knees. Or even just bend your knees. Sometimes you don't need the block, right? Combination of things. Stay another breath. As you inhale, lengthen the front of your body a bit longer. Pull your chest towards toes. As you exhale, keep the length and fold more. Okay, and then roll up, lay all the way down onto your back. Very, very gentle bridge. Bring your feet, soles of feet to the floor, hips distance. Lift your hips up. Press your arms down, gaze to the ceiling. And breathe all the way from your nostrils to your belly button. Stay one more inhale as high as you can lift. Keep scooping your low belly in. And then come down. And draw your right knee to your chest. Extend your left leg to the floor. Give it a good squeeze. Roll your right ankle in a circle one way and a circle the other way. And take your knee across your body, spinal twist. Extend the opposite arm. And roll through the center, switch it up. Pull your left knee in, give it a squeeze. Circle the ankle both ways. Okay, take it across. Last couple slow, deep breaths all the way down your body. Try to get your breath into the twist. And as you come back to center, a nice big full body stretch. And then release into a nice chill Shavasana, which is basically like sleeping. So close your eyes, let your whole body chill and absorb the benefits of the poses. And you can stay here as long as you like, at least a couple minutes, right? But more if you have more time. And enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you soon.